What's going on? Tricked her there, huh? With the little loop. Let's see who's here. I saw Boston. Boston said she had to work. She said she'll catch up. Kelly, what's going on? Teresa. Skylar, I was making out what you were saying. I know spell check sucks. Hey, Crystal. What's up, Salty? Sooner. Someone here. Thumbs up for the thumb. You like that, huh? VR, what's going on? Doc. Let's see. Victoria. Hello. Will. What's going on, buddy? I'll just let everybody, I'll give it some time for everybody to hop on in and try to figure out what the hell is going on in this case. And if, the prosecution truly believes that, a jury is going to come to a unanimous decision with all this going on. Let's see. Try to get up the, because at first he didn't say, during his testimony yesterday, he didn't say that he was Brian Higgins, that he was, that he butt dialed them. He was just kind of saying that, he don't know what happened. So was he that drunk that he didn't know what happened? But yet, he goes to the police station at, I believe it was 1:30 in the morning, somewhere around there. Listen, if they find her guilty, source, let me tell you something. I don't know what's going to happen in that town, but whatever goes down, as far as, peaceful protests and a parade or whatever to get her out, I'm going there. Yeah, listen, I was keeping it real, yesterday when I was watching it about the text messages, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know all the stuff about the text messages. But again, the text messages doesn't make somebody a murderer. I'm sorry. Like, I've fought with a lot of, people in relationships, and I'm sure people here have, and maybe John was working a lot. Who knows? Again, I don't give a shit. And I don't know why Lally would even, go that direction. Like, because they showed the Aruba motive, and then now they showed this. But yet, Brian Higgins is texting John saying, "Are you coming?" or "Where you at?" or, something of that nature. So, Rockstar, what's going on? So maybe, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, you like Sean McDonough? Yeah. Listen. If all I ask is, if I ever request somewhere, just let them know that I sent you there. Let them know the name of my channel, because nobody really knows me by Willie except like the people who've known me for a long time and come here. So yeah, just let them know that I sent you. So when I go there sometimes, because I love Sean. I'd love to speak to him like one-on-one. I'm trying to. Like I said, he's not some big wig, famous, whatever, but I love his personality, and I love the way he just gets to the point, and he flips out. Holy shit. And he knows a lot of stuff too. He knows locations. He knows individuals that live in certain areas of, where Higgins was visiting, and this, that, and the third. And they had a guy from inside the jury, inside the courtroom that was talking about jurors' reactions and stuff. And then what the whole thing was after the trial was over. Well, after they excused the jury and they had the whole thing where they had to swear Karen in, is because everybody thought, oh, something happened, but it's only because Yannetti is going to take over the cross on Tuesday, I believe, because Jackson's not going to be there. Yeah, Sean's a man. Like he deserves everything, because he's just a good. Like I said, excuse me, I'm a very good judge of character, and he just seems like a good person. Um. So yeah, let me drop the link here. I want to hear from somebody, who's usually not up here. Come up and give me their take on, what they think of what's going on so far in the case. What direction are they leaning? Are they still waiting? Whatever your opinion is, I don't care. I just want to hear, where everybody stands with, 3 individuals now, because I believe it's, basically Jen with the searches. Well, no, Jen with the 6 calls, right? Is it 6 calls? 16 times she interacted with her phone in 14 minutes, or vice versa. Then you have Brian Albert, and then you have now Brian Higgins, who are all claiming butt dials. But as a collective, I just need to know that I'm not crazy. If Karen Reed was up there and she had Googled some bullshit like that at 227, or she was doing all this shady stuff, would they? I mean, would she get the benefit of the doubt? Absolutely not. Yet we're giving these witnesses. I see people on social media. All they're focusing on are the text messages between her and Brian Higgins. I'm looking at everything else. Okay, fine. Shit wasn't going good. 14 calls. Okay, cool. Hey, woke. Hey, Perry. Too many lines of suspicious behavior from the McCabe's and Alberts. Yes. She's a damn psycho. If you're talking about, again, I mean, I'm not going to talk about everybody, but like, in my opinion, I don't know about psychopath, but like sociopath / narcissist / sprinkle whatever else you want in, is definitely Jennifer McCabe. Like, you don't need enemies when she's your friend, in my opinion. She was mad that Karen saw John on the lawn. You could see it on her face. I didn't understand that. She's like, yeah, and she was sitting in the middle looking on her phone. So you're sitting there staring at Karen and not looking out the window at, the area to see if John's anywhere. And I'm glad Court TV went there and really showed the contrast of how far the flagpole is from, everything, and how they're saying she parked all the way up there, which would make no sense. Why would she make John walk all the way, especially if it's snowing, right? It's starting to get slick at least. Why would she park all the way up there, excuse me, and then make John walk all the way to because he's not going to walk to the yard. He doesn't know these people like that, right? And John's very particular about his yard. So John's not going to disrespect the Alberts walking through their yard because he's not really a regular there, correct? So, hey, Pammy. So in my opinion, he would have said, hey, hun, whatever they call each other, hey, hun, back up a little bit. Let me get out in the parking lot or near the driveway so I can walk up. She's not gonna, why would she pull all the way up near the flagpole? That makes absolutely no sense. So if you haven't seen the Court TV kind of contrast, other than this stupid photo they keep showing us of the distance between the flagpole and the mailbox, because it's hard to kind of tell by that image they show. It's crazy. I'd be like, yo, back up. I'm not walking 30, 40 feet back if I don't have to. Like what, pull, and she would know where to stop and let him out, and this, that, and the third. Unless no parking. But what does that mean? No parking available. So she still, it, it's only been said there was one other vehicle that was parked there, and it was close as shit to the driveway. So why would she park 40 feet away from that thing? Now, if she just kind of went in front of it a little bit, all right, fine. But if you look to see where that flagpole is and where John was found and how vertical it is to the entrance of that back gate, oh boy! Like I said, this is all just perfect. But listen, if you, I need to hear from somebody that buys the butt dials. I really do, and I'm gonna have an expert on. I'm waiting to see if if I have an expert that can come on, um, you know, that has some cushion, right? That could maybe open their even open their phone and see if they can attempt to call somebody while they're sticking their phone in the crease of their ass, and see if you can make a phone call and move around a little bit and do some jumping jacks, and then we'll see. We'll see what happens. And like I said, we'll even give them the benefit of the doubt of unlocking it and the facial recognition and all that too. This is 3 people claiming this now. So here's the thing: I don't have an iPhone, so I don't know. So my phone, like I have to swipe, and then a pattern thing comes up, and then I have to put a pattern in. Now, there is a facial recognition, but I believe with the facial recognition, if you can bypass that and just put in a couple numbers or whatever, and you don't have to do the face thing every time, in case your camera messes up or it's not working or something like that. No, I know. Listen, but there's people out, but I just want to know, what people think. I mean, this is a woman they're trying to put away for murder too. This is her whole life. This is it. And we're focusing on fucking text messages because, whatever, which mean nothing to this case. Because if she was conspiring with Brian, she would have been texting Brian throughout the meantime of all that. Brian Higgins, I mean. And, she would have been like, hey, I'm dropping him off now, blah, blah, blah. And Karen and Brian Higgins would have lured John to the house. Something happened, yada, 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 yada. That's not what happened at all. Hey, Harlot. Yeah, Aruba was bullshit. But like I said, now is it Aruba, or is it like what was the purpose of Lally showing all those messages? Because his job is to prove Karen guilty of murder too. What was the purpose of showing all those screenshots? Enlighten me. Because in my opinion, it was damage control. Because he knew what was coming as far as him reaching out to her that night after being ignored for a week. Yes, ignored for a week. Okay. And then him saying, well, which, and I'm telling you, I'm a guy. Okay. And a guy's, that means, well, hello, like I'm here. You're not going to say hi. Okay. And then he doesn't text Karen like, hey, well, are you at least coming back to Brian? So, maybe we can chat there, and just kind of squash this and talk about this. No. Instead, he texts John, who he didn't even say bye to. Who he said he didn't even have any sort of contact with other than when he first, I mean, she cracked me up laughing. Oh, Jesus. Fake love help. Karen. Yes, I believe it helped Karen because it shows motive for Higgins to do something. Hey, Mouse. Yeah. Yeah, especially like 6 times, right? You know, because like I said, these are three. This is the third witness now that's claiming a butt dial. Now, Trooper Proctor called a lot of fucking people too. I swear, if he says butt dial, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. And the reason I put Brian Higgins, I put what's it called? I hashtagged them all because I know they all look, at themselves and want to see what people are saying. And I hope they come in here and are seeing this shit. Okay? Because it's disgusting. How many other people are going to lie? Is Proctor's going to say that he butt dialed people too? I mean, holy Christ. Where does it end? Character. Assignation. No proof so far. Yeah, I haven't heard nothing. I mean, it's been how many days? I haven't heard any proof that she hit him. Where's the proof that she hit him? Like, where's that? The deleted footage. Butt dials. Yeah, the replaced phones. He basically said he cut his SIM card in half without saying he cut him SIM card. He's like, if I were to destroy my phone, I'd cut my SIM card in half. Well, sir, did you destroyed your phone, right? Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. I couldn't. It was blowing my mind. Sitting there watching him. I just I don't. And whatever proffer he took, if this is him telling the truth, then Jesus mighty, he sucks at doing it. Doesn't change my views. They haven't given me substantial evidence. No, I mean, listen, it shows me more that Higgins had more of a motive. Yes. How does Higgins not have a? Let me ask everybody. Okay, because remember, What did Higgins also say? He said he saw a dark-haired person come into the home, right? Can we all please talk about this for a second? I'm going to drop the link one more time because I don't want to feel like I'm talking to myself. I know I'm talking to all you guys, but I think I don't think he's doing something. But I think Twiz is probably sleeping. Hold on here. Anybody can come up because here's my problem. There we go. Oh wait, let me see if I can put it in the So people. Okay, so Brian Higgins leaves the waterfall, goes back to Fairview. Now, one second. Loud as hell over here. So goes back to the waterfall. I'm sorry, leaves the waterfall and then goes to Fairview to plow. Right, even though he said later on it was just a dusting, so he sounded stupid as hell. So he goes. So he's the first one back there, and then everybody leaves and meets him there. Okay. Now, from what everybody said, is as they're getting there, Colin is leaving. Am I wrong? Did they say Colin was leaving? Because that was the whole plan, to get Colin out of the house as soon as possible, back home, try to get him there by 12:15, 12:20. But unfortunately, that couldn't happen because his dad was leaving the bar at like 12:13. Am I off? What do you mean, sounded stupid? Okay, exactly. So, because I saw everybody in all the big channels yelling Colin, and I'm thinking they tried to say Colin wasn't even there at one point. So he said this person came there. Colin was already there. Sure, Tara. Am I wrong? Was Colin already in the house? Yes or no? And then he was picked up. So he would have saw a tall, dark-haired individual leaving the home. Did I miss something yesterday? Again, Ronnie. The thing is, though, is nobody even said Colin was there for the longest time. Remember, the whole plan is to not put Colin in the home. So why is anybody thinking that Colin is the person that fucking Brian Higgins saw? If Higgins' words were, this person came there, this person came into the home. Who else is tall? There's one other person that's tall. I mean, holy hell. But nobody harped on that. I see no fucking, anybody snipping that part and saying, holy shit, somebody, John was possibly in the home. That should be on every goddamn news channel. How could it be Colin? How? You heard what time Brian said he got there. He said that he did some bullshit in the driveway for a while. I mean, you're telling me people didn't get there as he was, done and then walking in with everybody? Come on. He fucked up and he said that. And it went over everybody, and it went over a lot of people's heads. Listen, unless I'm wrong here, but shit, I'm just putting two and two together and going with what they're giving me here. If you don't want Colin in the house, fine, I'll give you it. But don't tell me Colin then got there later on when there's text messages showing, them having to show that he was picked up. I'm here. Remember, I'm here. Okay, or I'll, get me after, whatever he said. John has strawberry blonde hair, but had on. Exactly, he had a hat on. So who knows, and who knows if he screwed up by saying he was tall and was like, oh shit, maybe I messed up. Let me at least not say the true color of his hair. Hey, Natalie. Hmm. Listen, again, you don't want Colin in the house? I'll give him to you. I'll give that to you. So then, who did Higgins see come in? Because from what I remember, maybe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. What the fuck's his name? Brian Nagel never went in the home, correct? Spooky. Send it to me. Like I said, I know there's emails that I haven't read, but if somebody emails me again, then I'll read both of them. But sometimes they get like caught down in the web, and it's a lot to keep up with. Let's see, did Brian Higgins text Karen? I had a question after they left the bar and were headed to. No, he texted. So this is the thing. Oh my god. Ooh, 12:20. He texted. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the question I was going to ask everybody in chat. He texted John at 12:20, I believe. Right. So my question to everybody is: they went all the way after 10 days. They went to go find this bullshit Aruba motive, all that kind of stuff. Who do you guys think was the last person, or who was the last person to talk to John digitally before he died? And that person was never a suspect. That person went to the police department at 1:30 a.m. That person was in a Sallyport when Karen's car was brought there. That person committed a felony and used government property for his own benefit. So Where's the prosecution's case? The prosecution was better off just not bringing this, because, oh boy, when the defense puts on their case, it's going to get ugly. Because I'm sure they have witnesses opposite to Lolly's witnesses that are going to blow everything out of the water, especially, I believe, the person that helped Brian Higgins do this with the phone. He doesn't want to lose his. I know Brian Higgins said that's his best friend, but you think that guy wants to lose his career? Do you think that guy wants to lose his career? That's a felony. Are you coming? 12:20 a.m. So 12:20 a.m. Like I said, Brian Higgins was the last person to talk to John O'Keefe before he died. That might actually even be at all. Maybe not even, even in person and digitally. But even so, digitally, he's the last. And I mean, and in a regular fucking homicide case, what's the first thing they do? They inspect everybody's phone. Oh shit! Look at this. He texted John at 12:20. Let's look into that person more. Oh my God! Look, he went to the police department at 1:30 in the morning. That's kind of odd after he was doing this all day. But they did none of that shit because of who he is. Let's face it. The cat's out of the bag at this point. I don't know where these guilters even think they have a leg to stand on. Again, if you think the prosecution still has a shot to come back, that's fine. And you think maybe something happened, whatever. But the ones that are just like, fuck everybody who thinks she's innocent because you're brainwashed. How can you say that? I mean, we're all watching the same trial. And exactly, the federal investigation. Like, the prosecution is lucky that they can't even bring that up. They have to call it like the other hearing, the other this, the other that. They can't say the federal grand jury, the federal hearing, because the jury they'd be like, what the hell is going on here? But I thought one of the witnesses were going to slip. One of them did almost, but yeah, Ryan did a little, but it wasn't like full blown. I'm just, I'm curious now. And Bev's wrong for doing that, because now Unetti has to take over Jackson's cross while Jackson was on a roll and kind of revamp the jury on Tuesday now. It's fucked up. Hey, Lil. And hey, everybody who came in that I didn't say hi to. I'm sorry. It only shows me like 4 comments at a time. So I apologize, but I appreciate everybody being here. If you can just put your touch DNA on the like button for me, I appreciate it. Yeah. So, and then Higgins has his lawyer up there with him, right? And they're talking about, what's up, Wheel? And they're talking about, what's it called? Hold on a second. Let me post something real quick. And they're talking about this and that, and then Bev's like, I don't agree, da da da. But all of it was still said in front of the jury. like the jury still heard all that. And what do you think is going through their mind right now? What kind of zoo do they put me in? Like, I wouldn't even know how to feel as a juror right now. I'd ask to vote early. I'd be like, can I just vote early? Because like, if they were instructed like about reasonable doubt, right? Holy shit. Like, they could store reasonable doubt away in this case for years and still be able to use some periodically if they want. It's yeah. That's because Lally just objects to everything. He has no grounds. He doesn't even know what, he has no idea what grounds he's going to say, because he's already standing up before Jackson could even get anything out. And you know what? And to me, that's pathetic. And I still see Jackson being cordial with uh with him and stuff like that. I tell him to fuck off doing that kind of shit, standing up. You know, like you're ready to object because you're mad. That's that. That's how court goes now. Feelings come into play now with court. Jesus Christ, they won't let Turtle Boy in because feelings were hurt. It's weird. I hope this I hope this chick doesn't come over here and start mowing over here. I'm outside right now. It's beautiful where I'm at. Is it nice where anybody else is at? I want to see the defense take the gloves off. Yeah, but listen, you gotta understand the defense still, you know, they're, they're still gonna put on their case. So, you know, shit's annoying. Hold on a second. So yeah, so the defense still has, to put on their case, and I mean, I don't think people understand what we're going to see in that because of how much more information the defense has gathered and um, has been sent by the FBI, which is to me just absolutely mind blowing that the FBI is helping the defense in this case. But it makes sense because how can they hide the findings, I guess, right? But an FBI investigator won't take the stand for the defense, I'm assuming, is what I was told. Do you think Higgins has been threatened by the Alberts? I don't know. Because everybody was talking about this proffer, but from what I heard, if you try to fuck around with a proffer, it's gone. And like I said, it was like pulling teeth with him yesterday. So I don't know. And he has an attorney, and yeah, something. And they left off with, which is what he did. He destroyed his phone at a fucking military base. And I'm glad the jury got to hear that as their weekend gift. Where are you at again, Harlot? Sunshine, yeah, it's nice, right? 78 and sunny in Nash, sunny in Saskatchewan. Did I say that right? Damn, really? Is it coming here? Shit, is it going south or north? Because I'm south of you. Florida. I love that part when he was like, sir, or I don't know if it was it Jen? When he was like, so if there was an alligator in front of me, would you see it? I was like, yo, there's going to be so many memes from this fucking trial. It's crazy. And the movie about this whole thing, yo. I'm going to try to work on my Boston accent, try to get a roll on something, a little side roll. Yeah. I still cannot believe that he tried to get around that question of, well, if I were to destroy my, SIM card, I would break it in half. And I'm like, did you destroy your phone? He's like, yes. So you broke your fucking SIM card in half, yeah? Like, he couldn't just answer that question. That is, oh, man. And then, there's people bitching that, think she's guilty, that, man, Jackson keeps asking the same question over and over because he's not getting an answer. For fuck's sake. Let's see something real quick. Let me see if Twiz is awake yet. I think Twiz. Now, has anybody here not seen? Did anybody here not see what Brian Higgins like testified to yesterday and all that? Yes. Who you want to portray, Willie? No. No, I got to play a character. You know what I mean? Hi, by the way, Bunny. Who would I want to be? Oh yeah, I gotta see how this all plays out because Yannetti and Alan Jackson don't have a beard, which sucks for me. So I'd have to shave. Yeah, I'd want to be one of the attorneys. You should play John. Oh, thanks, Tara. What the fuck? That was fucked up. It was hot as hell last week. Yep. So yeah. So I mean, again, can I do a? Oh, let me see if I can do this real quick. Hold on a second. Do a poll. See if it lets me do on here. I don't think so. But yeah, is there anybody that believes the butt dials? Like that it's possible that the records are wrong and that the defense is just kind of saying what they're saying just to kind of skate by for right now. Hey Jesse, how are you? I mean honestly, because again, this is 3 people now. I'm expecting a 4th from Proctor, and if Karen texted how long to die in a cold at 2 something in the morning and claimed that she butt dialed people, we would all completely think she was 1,000% guilty. But yet, because these are witnesses, we're giving them the benefit. Well, not us, but like people are giving them the benefit of the doubt. That is crazy to me. So we got hell no, nope, butt dials, no, hell no, nope, hell no, no. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, again, and we all have different opinions here on shit, and the jury, no. Proctor Trooper, yeah. I mean, and again, you have a jury of 12 individuals that, in my opinion, were picked because they're with it. And I don't know if you guys heard, but I heard there's a dude on the jury that's just staring out the window the whole time now because I think his mind's made up. He's not even paying attention to that when Lally's talking. It's just crazy. They're better off just, like I said, cutting their losses and they up the charges. It would have been hard to prove, the what was it? Vehicular manslaughter? Is that what they had at? And now they have to. Oof! Oh boy, this is not happening. And we're going to see a lot of people. We're going to see a lot of witnesses from here either be witnesses again in a different trial or on trial at some point, because the FBI is watching everything. I wouldn't be surprised if there's people in the courtroom from the FBI that are quote unquote news, news people, media or whatever. Yeah, right. Oh man, life. Lolly is. Oh, I don't know how anybody listens to him. I mean, I try, and I start zoning out, and I want to like do something else. But the defense, when the defense speaks, they captivate you. They're telling a story. You know what I mean? Lolly doesn't know how to tell a story. He doesn't know how to connect dots for a juror. I don't know how the hell he got a yeah, I don't know how the hell, why, or whatever they put him on this case. This is way above his um, expertise. What's that thumbnail image? Hey Willie, what do you mean? Look at it. It's an ass dialing somebody, and then trying to figure out who to call next, or what does it say? Who if I forget what it says. I gotta go back and look. Who if whatever should I call next or something like that? Listen, I gotta troll Allie because he says that shit, and then we all put up with it, and then we have to put up with his 38 objections every 30 minutes. Yeah, the jury's not happy with that, I'm sure, because every time he does that, and Jackson has to ask the same question differently, and then he objects again, and he asks it differently, and it's basically the same shit. The jury has to be thinking like, dude, shut up, and just like, it's going to be the same answer anyway. Oof. I would not like Lolly if I was a jury member. I'm just saying, but that's just me. I wouldn't be able to hear him. Notice how many witnesses offer their own version of truth instead of answering yes or no. Yeah, but every time, Grand Mirror, every time they're on the stand and Lolly's speaking, they know exactly what to say. No, so yeah, and again, I don't know what Lolly really could have done to, that's like me taking a couple of y'all here from chat, and I have what 3-4 days maybe to teach you how to hit a 90, 95 mile an hour fastball. Okay, because Alan Jackson big leagues. All right, and then you go up against a pitcher that's throwing 90, 95. You have no chance in hell. Okay, Lolly has no chance in hell. The only chances he has are the objections, because because there's no grounds that he has to say with the objection. If he did have to state grounds, he'd be fucked. He'd sound stupid. He doesn't even know the grounds. He's standing up before he was. So, yeah, there's like, and then you sprinkle on Yannetti, you sprinkle on Little. Karen's involved with her own shit. I mean, whew. She's gonna walk free. I'm just more curious on what's gonna happen after, because the feds aren't buying this bullshit either. I guarantee it. Or else they wouldn't be looking into people. So shit has to be wiretapped, something of how they're, how the defense is getting all this information. Bugged, something. For me and my friends in the area, there is no cover up. Brian H. only flirted with her less than a month. It wasn't intense. It doesn't make you a murderer. Okay, for me and my friends in the area, there is no cover up. Brian Higgins only flirted with her for less than a month. It wasn't intense. That doesn't make you a murderer. So are you saying that doesn't make Karen a murderer, or does it make Brian a murderer? Brian Higgins. I'm a little confused. What's up, Gator? He's told the truth. Yeah, Nigel. Well, Nigel said he only saw Karen in the vehicle. And listen, this is my opinion on what happened, right? Karen was sitting there waiting to hear back from John that everything was good, because she knew they probably fought in the car. You know what? They probably did fight. I'll tell you what, they probably did fight. And they probably fought about him not going in, because she didn't want to go in and he wanted to go in. And That's the exact reason why Karen brought up when she went to the police station. You guys are playing a trick on me, right? You guys are pulling my leg. Brian Higgins beat up John. Why would she say that? She said that because she knew that Brian was obviously mad that night because of the text he was sending. There has to be a motive for her to say Brian Higgins beat up John at the police station. That unless somebody told her that, or she came to the conclusion of that, either or. But the last person to talk to John before he died, the last person, okay, if police would have took Brian Higgins' phone without him fucking with it at a FBI kiosk, however he wants to downplay it, okay, wow. Who knows what else it showed or what evidence we're not going to see. Because that shit's long gone, I'm assuming. And I don't know, and I'm assuming the FBI can't get that stuff back. But yeah, somebody's going to have to pay. Because I know to the prosecution, this is just John O'Keefe because they can't say officer. But like I said the other day, to the FBI, this is a Boston police officer that was murdered. Okay, that's how they look at it. The ATF trained in combat techniques. I'm not sure. He puts the A in ATF though. I'll tell you that. This dude drives drunk everywhere. They all do. They all drive drunk, and then they have the balls to say that Karen was. All the news outlets would. How long were they reporting that Karen had like 20 drinks? She was completely obliterated. All this, that, and the third. Yet, nope, not one person said that she was like absolutely hammered. So she would have had to. Now think of this: it's snowing, it's slippery. She would have had to back up at 20 whatever miles an hour, hit John, then hit her brakes in the perfect amount of in the perfect amount of time to not hit Higgins' Jeep or not slide off into the yard and get stuck. Again, it all just makes it all just no. If a juror is writing this all out, writing out everybody's testimony, it's not making sense to them at all. And they gotta quit. If everybody can just hit the like up for me, or sub if you haven't, hit the like, hit the thumbs down if you don't like either or. I appreciate you being here. I said there was a video of Karen and John, pure corruption. Yeah. Yeah, where's the where's the neighbors' ring cameras and shit? Where's all that? And this is a cop who has no surveillance footage at his house anywhere on his property. Okay, that probably got rehomed too on Facebook Marketplace. It's again, and these people think it's a joke that think she's still guilty when this is her life. This is her whole life that they're attempting to throw away over some bullshit. It's disturbing. No way. Where's the video? What video? You talking about the? I thought they were going to show some kind of Sallyport video, but it's gone now. I thought that stuff could be recovered. So I don't know. I mean, can't they? There has to be some kind of digital footprint to see who deleted it, when it was deleted, and then footage. Like, isn't there footage of him walking throughout the police station? You know what I mean? Like walking into the room where, or talking to the person that's in charge of the cameras or whatever. You know what I mean? It's 42. I believe it's 42 minutes is missing. Period. There's no arguing that. Too long, Tara. Because there's too many fucking objections. There's too many sidebars. There's too many days off, and then the judge is still going to complain that, you know, everybody has to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. She's 15, 20 minutes late every day. You know, they have to send the jury out because, you know, she knows what's coming and she's trying to do some damage control as well. It's fucked up. Yeah, I'm chilling right now. I am chilling because, like I said, this this is going crazy, La. I never like this trial is absolutely insane. They're gonna show. I'm telling you, they're gonna show this in law schools on how like not to handle shit. Like, this is how you don't do this. This is how you don't do that. This is how you don't collect evidence. Hey, Cammy. That's right. You know, this is definitely how you don't collect evidence with a fucking leaf blower and solo cups and a grocery bag. Whew. Because you have the people at Solo that touch that, right? Then you have the owner of the home who probably used a couple out of that bag, and who knows if he had a big party the night before, if people were sticking their hands in there, grabbing Solo cups. You know, maybe one was cracked, they put it back. You know what I mean? Like, that has to be going through the jury's mind. So now it went through mine. Took a nurse to tell him he was Alki. Alki? Alki. Yeah, it's still crazy to me. Red Solo cups. Like, if that was my family member, you know, and Paul's sitting there, you know, still trying to burn a hole through Karen's head. I don't know how he's not looking sideways at the investigation and the person who was on the stand yesterday, especially the person who was on the stand yesterday. That was the last person to talk to John. Over phone. And everybody's focused on the flirty text messages. That's crazy to me. But that was from Jen Officer John O'Keefe or Jen O'Keefe. Exactly. Exactly. That's why you call somebody that many times. I mean, I thought she was at least gonna. I mean, listen, I kind of had an idea of what she was going to say, and she surprised me. What I would have said, you know, I know she's lying, but at least lie better. What I would have said is, I tried to call him that many times because he never showed up. You know, and if they say, well, why didn't you look out the window? And I say, well, I saw the car was gone, and I didn't look in the yard. So I tried calling John that many times because he wasn't answering. I got a little worried, and I just said, you know what? You know, maybe they got in an argument and went home. Yet she says her ass dialed her phone and interacted with her phone 14 times or 16 times, whatever the number is. Sheesh. That was a bad move there, Slim. I don't like her at all. I don't like Jen at all. Jen, if you're listening, I don't like you at all, sweetheart. You lie right through your tooth. Yeah, but not to, you know, not to the mainstream media. La, 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 la. You know, they're saying, oh, look how bad she is. Cup cops, it's a shit show. Wait until I have a great trial. But listen, I just don't see how that's going to trial, Mouse. Especially after the 30th, I don't see how that's going to trial unless they want another one of these circuses. I still think this will be worse though, as far as collusion and cover up and stuff. So much the go past John's phone around till landed under him. Yeah, and then who had John's phone after he died? I wonder. And John was going up flights of steps after he was supposedly, deceased. So he flew up in the air 3 flights of steps. No. Oh man, like I said, the defense's case is going to be wild, and you're going to see all these people that just keep saying, he's guilty, guilty, or she's guilty, 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 just completely go away. They're going to vanish. Poof. But until then, I'm open to hear opinions. I just think they're bringing because they said a lot in their open argument. What's the horrifying? Horrifying. I couldn't stand that. Senator Kerry was saying, yeah, right. Like I said, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one thing I think she said true this whole time. Bunny was she hears voices. I believed her when I believed her when she said that. The rest of what she said was all bullshit. Snaggle tooth. You think, Amy? Would you give them 1 or 2? Because at this point we have to give them 6. Let's see, 6, 7, 8. We got to give them 8. 8 butt dials. That's crazy. That's crazy that you want a jury to believe 8 butt dials happen. Yet you just told them to their face you don't know what happened. They had to read back to you that you said butt dial. You don't think they're... God, the jury was already just like we were. We were horrified by the word butt dial, and so was the jury. And Jackson had to read it back to him. Sir, you used 2 words, didn't you? I was like, oh, God, please don't be butt dial. Bang. Smacked him right upside the head with it. I would have gasped. If I was a juror, I would have gasped. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, I just hope United brings the same fire that Jackson was able to bring on Tuesday, on the only day of court next week. Does anybody know why that is? They have too much stuff going on, or what's the deal? I know there's a holiday, but that's Monday. You did not do something so good with this. Yeah, what the hell is that? She's like, yeah, the rest are, I would have at least been like, no, that one didn't happen. So my phone must be doing something. Like I said, they can't even lie good. That's when I was like, Jesus mighty. At least make it believable. She's like, well, if that's what your records say, well, I guess it's true then, because the FBI uses Subright. So I don't know. I don't know how this case hasn't been like dismissed in the middle of this trial already. The judge just like throw her shit down, like I'm done. It's over. Or like, I don't know if anybody caught the little clip of um Lally counting with his fingers. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, I don't know how Lally hasn't like makeshifted a white towel with like, maybe an undershirt like I have on in the picture here, and like connected it to a pen and just kind of like waved it in the air. He's sitting there taking blow after blow. It's crazy. I couldn't do it. Could you do that shit? I couldn't do that shit. This is national. This is your whole reputation on national television. But hey, listen, maybe he didn't have a choice, right? You know, wife beater. I need my local boss runs in here. Hey, Melissa, welcome in. Oh, by the way, if everybody can throw a like up there, I appreciate you. I don't know where we're at right now. Um, so yeah, Tuesday's going to be interesting. And then I, and then there's no court until Monday, so that's 6 days. That's a lot of time for a lot of stuff to leave the jury's mind. That's crazy. It's a very long time. No ring camera footage. That pisses me off. No data. Phone data is wrong. Police took statements wrong. Yeah, yeah. What's her name? Jen threw like 5 people under the bus. Like when these guys get up there and they start talking about their statements, oh man, that they took, and the jury knows that they're wrong according to the other witnesses. Whew. Police Sally Port video missing. I hope they find that. Shotgun's Jeep 227 search, etc., etc. Yeah, like I said, there's so much. There's so much. And imagine all this being evidence against Karen. It'd be a clean cut, done deal. Yet there's still creators out there that are watching this trial saying, I still don't think there's a cover up. What the fuck are you watching? Come to hear your voice a little bit. Can't stay. Hey, Hiroshima. Appreciate you stopping by. Following only Koberger, no time to follow. Yeah, this one, this one's a little crazy. Koberger's getting a little wild. May 30th should be very interesting with Cy Ray and everybody else there. Aunt Bev pisses me off. She, I mean, sometimes she's all right, and then sometimes she's just, I mean, you're almost there. Ask it just a tad differently. Oh my God, just let it in for Christ's sakes. Yeah, I don't plan on going live too long because I'm starving. I just wanted to see if anybody is kind of on board with this butt dial shit because I don't have an Apple. And like I said, on my Samsung, I have to swipe and then pattern and then click contacts, which first I have to click the green button, the green call button to bring up everything, and then click on contacts, and then click on. Yeah, no, they lying. They lying. Let's see here. They haven't even presented evidence against Karen. Yeah, nothing. Like, where's? I mean, I'm sure they have experts coming, right, Cammy? But like, how can an expert testify that John was hit by a vehicle when the FBI has already concluded that John wasn't hit by the vehicle? Like how did I don't know law like that. Like how does that cancel itself out? Like does that How does that happen? They suck. Yeah. That's why I made that live a couple lives ago that said, like, is our justice system broken? This is why. Oh, fucked. And on the shit out of the. Yeah. They were like, yo, make something real quick for the grand jury indictment. He was like, okay, but don't save it. Okay. Like, like, how do you not know you're gonna need this shit later on? Now they're gonna call you out in front of the jury. Oh boy. Yeah, Idaho isn't starting off too well. In the UK, we call it corrupt police. Bent coppers. I like that. This is what I'm seeing. Bent judge, coppers, and as for the rest of them, liars. Yeah. Somebody needs to go to jail. Or a couple of them need to go to jail because if they all knew about it, well, and whoever touched anything that was considered evidence, that's tampering. So there should be like 5 arrests so far. I believe that Hagen said they were all around the table. Yeah, yeah, like I said, yeah, and that's crazy that they can stand up or sit up there and say, "Yes, this is my first time ever saying this ever because I remembered it. It came to me as time went on, but you didn't put in your initial statement when you remember everything, obviously the clearest at that point in time. Come on, nobody's buying that. How did the FBI say they didn't think he was hit by a car? Was that stated in defense filing or no? This was there's an ongoing. I mean, I don't know if it's closed or not. I believe it's still ongoing, but the FBI has an ongoing investigation behind the scenes, which is what every time you hear the defense say this other hearing, the other, they're talking about the federal one. They just can't bring it up in this trial. Harlot. So the defense wouldn't have all this shit that they had if it wasn't for the FBI. I mean, they know where people went. They know the text. They know everything. I mean, if you look at the screenshots, that's all FBI. What's up, Twiz? Finally wake up, buddy. Even the judge will instruct the jury that part of testimony and post-mortem is foundation for them being as an expert. Yeah. I'm just hold on a second. Drop some. Yo, the ending was so crazy. You talking about the ending was so crazy. You talking about the trial? Yeah, well, dude, right? She's like, nope. I said one more question, and all he was doing was like, kind of, you know, going off of the question he asked, and she shut that shit down. But if it was Lolly, she'd be like, okay, 5 more minutes, Mr. Lolly. 5 more minutes, Mr. Lolly. It's a crock of shit. She's definitely biased, but again, if you know anything about the Delphi case, it could be she could be a hell of a lot worse because we cannot even see what's going on right now. Freaking Bev. You know what? I thought she was all right when she laughed. Right when what the hell happened when she laughed? Oh yeah, when she was like, Mr. Yannetti, enough with the of course, and he was like, of course, Your Honor. She fucking busted out laughing. That's why I was like, all right, she's all right. What's up, Stevie? But then all this, I I want to see you guys a sidebar. I want to see you guys a sidebar. I can't take it. Hey, Miss Kelly, what's going on? Like I said, I'm not planning on being live long because Saturday I'm hungry. My birthday's tomorrow, so I need to go. You know, prepare myself. That's the only day I drink on my birthday. I'll throw a few back, you know, relax. Crikey. Every time I see Stevie Irwin, I miss Steve Irwin. I still watch his videos to this day. Might because I had to get a few inches cut off. How's it look, Breeze? Did they fuck it up? How's it look all right? Now, I see women get their hair cut all the time. Why do women have to cut their hair sometimes? Why not just let it grow like as long as you can, you know? Thank you, Spooky. Harlot. Because, like, if I was a chick, okay, I don't know, I would just let it grow like shit as long as I could. My birthday is 27th to me. Yep. Gang, gang. Gang, gang, Doc. What up, Jem? Gemini. Thank you, Doc. Stitch Google Hospital to die in snow. She should have called that one, so she is. Exactly. They all are. So what? They all just 100% knew that if they called 911, it was already too late to save him? Fuck that. That's where all his blood is. Because if he was bleeding out, he didn't freeze fast enough for him not to have bled everything out if it was that big of a injury to him. All over the lawn, not just little specks that they had to uncover by blowing freaking snow away and then collecting it in solo cups. Because if you look at the grocery bag, how many of those solo cups don't have any red in it? I think I counted 2 or 3. Thank you, Mouse. Oh shit, Mags, really? Look at that. Somebody asked the other day, and Dinky's their birthday's tomorrow too. Thank you, La. These people on the stands, y'all. They're drunk. Yeah, they all drive drunk. It's insane. Thanks, Beckles. Like all of them. He was like, yeah, I had like 4 whiskeys. And then tell me why this. Tell me why this, right? Tell me why this. Tell me why this. Tell me why this. Tell me why they invite everybody back for an after party, right? But yet the after party only lasts like, for some people, 15, 20 minutes and they leave. Get the fuck out of here. You went back just to plow, park, go in, and leave? Okay, dude. I think that's what he said. So they're all lying. The butt dials, like I said, maybe a couple jurors believe it, but I don't believe, you know. Hats off to Brian Higgins, the fat snore sleeves John drops. Okay, so cancer Jason. What in the world is going on in Canton? Yo, Canton, dude, somebody in Canton, I need to listen. I need to talk to somebody in Canton that has a little bit of equity because I have the perfect restaurant slash, whatever to open, and I have the perfect name to call it. I, I think all of us here need to invest and open one called Bev's Sidebar. And we need to find a Bev to be the leader. And that'll be the new waterfall and wherever else they were going. Bev Sidebar, come on in. Right, Stevie? Listen, yeah. What makes me giggle even more is they deleted other footage of other shit. Like, but you would think like the one thing I wouldn't have recorded is me leaf blowing. Okay, and then in the picture of them opening the fucking grocery bag, like everything's not even contaminated already. They have gloves on, like it matters. Like, oh look, check out the gloves. We're being careful. But look at these solo cups. Oh my, I need to say a prayer right now. This is, oh God. And like I said, if the jury's taking notes, it's not going to take long for them to speak amongst each other and come to the conclusion that this is all fucked. At the very least, Karen didn't do it. Sidebar, right? The sidebar. We all should invest. Yeah, it's bad. And like I said, it's sad too because this is, like I said, this is a Boston police officer. I know the prosecution doesn't want to say it, but was a Boston police officer, and the family's sitting there watching this, and I don't know how they're not horrified. Like, I would have left. I would have got up and walked out. Just completely walked out. Like, this is how you handled my son, my brothers, my whatever. Oh God. Yeah, but who? But yeah, and somebody got up there and said that there was grass under him. Well, then why'd they have to snow? Why'd they need the leaf blower then? Well, was it any ideas? I don't know, but did anybody catch in the leaf blowing video when the dude stuck his finger right in the blood? He's just like, oh, what is this? Blink, and he just sticks his finger right in. Anybody? I was waiting for him to freaking taste it. I was about to lose my shit. I don't know if anybody caught that part. You saw it, Spook? Oh God, that was nasty. Yeah, Cammy, it's. That's why I think John's dad said, in my opinion, that's why I think John's dad's sitting all the way, like as much as he can on the other side, and Paul's sitting all the way on the other side. But that's just my opinion. Hey, Bonnie. I appreciate you coming by always. I love Bonnie. Yeah, there's a lot to this case, Bonnie. Like I said, my advice would be to like watch all this stuff after it all concludes, but because there's so many different components and so many different characters, it's crazy. So many different characters. Like, this is not a case that you can just like somebody can just hop in and be like, oh, okay. No. I don't see any way this was planned. Maybe it'd be. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't think it was. I don't see the pre-planning aspect of it. I just think shit went down, and it only takes one shot to drop somebody and them hit their head, and a dog to panic, and everybody else to panic to throw them in the yard. That's it. That's all it takes. Yo, I heard. Yo, check out what your chick's been sending me. What we did. Yo, fuck you, dude. No, fuck you. Bang. Doink. What'd that take? 3, 4 seconds. I mean, am I wrong? I've cracked somebody before. I mean, don't take that long. Yes, it's of course it's scummy. I'm just saying that it's. And then it's scummy that the people in the house weren't like, "Holy shit, let's call 911. What the fuck happened?" Instead it was like, "Let's try to cover our asses because the dog got involved. We don't want to lose a dog." Da 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 da. But they wound up losing a dog anyway. John's dad was there to say, "Hope he isn't affecting himself." Yeah, I think he's like I said. In my opinion, I think he's heard enough. He's going to come back because I believe he's on the defense witness list, if I'm not mistaken. Well, in my opinion, it happened inside, and that's where the 3 liters of his blood is because there wasn't that much blood outside. So if he bled out, where the fuck's all the blood? You know what I mean? They'd have so much. I mean, they would have had 100 solo cups of blood, especially if they were scooping it with snow. Exactly. That's why they ripped up their basement. I know people. I've spoken to people, especially my pops, whose basements flood. Okay, my basement flooded. I can't tell you how many times when I lived up in the Poconos, um, because it's all a hill. Okay, so the basement floods, and then you get a sub pump, and you get all the water out, and then you dry the floor's fucking concrete. Okay, you don't have to replace the floor unless something soaks into that you don't want to. That will show later on not something good. So to rip up your floor is, especially if you're hurting for money, and that's why you sold your house at a $50,000 loss. Come on, you can't have both. Blood is on the floorboards. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, Breeze. Like I said, I hope they're putting shit in motion because they need to figure this out. There's, there. I mean, I'm sure they are, but yeah, I think it was just like I said, the alcohol playing an effect, and then waking up in the morning and realizing, fuck, like we fucked up, but we got to figure something out. I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like panic set in, which it just makes so much more sense than Karen getting mad at nothing John did that night. And like I said, the last person to speak to John over phone, over text message, over anything digitally is Brian Higgins, who was not a suspect, wasn't questioned until who the fuck knows when. Who even knows what he was asked? So all you gotta do is read through the lines on this one, in my opinion. It's right there. If you're following along, I mean, if you're gonna be confused if you're just tuning in, but if you've been following the case, then they had walked they didn't see it. Yeah, and Murky, let me ask you a question. How did they know there wasn't 3 or 4 bodies in the backyard? You have a body in the front yard. How do you know there's not 2 more officers or 2 more people in the backyard? So why wouldn't you knock on the door and say, "Hey, there's a body on your front lawn. We need to check your back." At least. think it was a good line. Yeah, like I said, you fooled a lot of people. It seems like on social media. 2 more. Come on, we can't get 2 more likes, really? That's what y'all do to me? Shit. I gotta get 100 before I shut it down. Hey, I'm trying, Bonnie. It's a lot to take in because, like I said, you really don't want to believe. You don't want to believe there's this many characters because you're talking all the way up to the chief of police. You're talking about the lead investigator. You're talking about ATF agents. You're talking about FBI. Oh my God, that's not nice, Al. Not nice. Yeah, hit the light for my birthday. Come on, I'm an old man. Can anybody guess how old I'm turning tomorrow? You only get one guess. What would have happened if Karen said he was down by said dog? She's personal preparations. And they said a dog. Yeah, and then you have Gallagher up there. Law got it right on the head. Damn, do me like that? Okay. Okay. Law got it. Look at Meg. Meg's been watching me so long. She never knew. She should know how old I am. Close. I was close. No cigar. You're right. That's right, Mark. 31. I'm an old man. I'm done. I'm done counting. 41. Jesus. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Yeah, I love you, baby. I was married to a cop for 20. Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, who's going to pull you over if you're driving drunk, your buddy? You know? I mean, I know there's some cases and stuff, but how rare are those where, they pull over one of their own? And I mean, the only reason it's become more and more, it's even happening is because of body cam footage. Let's stop it, Annie. Age, like I said, age is fake. Age is like age is fake. They're going by a calendar that's 365 days. What if I told you a calendar is 1,000 days? We all ain't that old, right? But somebody believed that we're going by this calendar. Well, let's turn back time. Spooky. Yeah, I want to ask. I won't ask any of you women's age in here because I know it's disrespectful. Doug, absolutely, absolutely, Bonnie. Listen, this guy doesn't even have anything to do with the police station, and he's there keying in and out of the Sally port, and who knows what else he did in there with somebody else's freaking key card, and they have all the logs. You don't think those? You don't think those logs came from the FBI? You're out of your mind. You're out your mind. You're younger than my youngest. It's crazy, right? That's right. We are how we feel. Yeah, the bar was very low. Like I said, he fooled, a couple people. I just thought, like I said, the greatest thing was him having to sit up there with his lawyer like that. That looked so bad. So bad. Somebody said they haven't seen that since the was it OJ trial, but they pled the fifth or something. I forget what trial they said. Yeah, bro, that was wild. They were given special cards to show. Huh. Wow, must be nice. Like I said, I'm in the wrong profession. I should go to the academy for a little while, and then I can just go be a cop and do whatever I want. Work my way up. Then y'all get in trouble, just let me know. Because I guess that's okay today. Oh boy. Tuesday will be nice. So no Karen is responsible. Yeah. Like I said, wouldn't you call your strongest witnesses first, right? Like, why haven't they called the person up there to, show that, look, this is how he might have been hit and blah, 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 this, that, and a third. Like, the jury right now is like probably thinking, when the fuck are they going to show us how this woman hit him and who actually really did see it? Because it seems like everybody saw everything but her hit him, which is just a coincidence, ain't it? They saw tire tracks, all this detail, but nobody. Nobody laying in a lawn. Get the fuck out of here. Especially in white snow. I mean, I can understand if it was like dirt, right? In the dark, but like white snow. And I don't know if you guys saw. You guys saw the area there. There's a street light there too. So I wonder how far that street light stretches. Ain't it cool? That's right. The vets. We need to start treating the vets better in this country as well. I've been saying that over and over again. Stop the fucking foreign aid. Start housing homeless vets and increasing the quality of the healthcare that they get because, it pisses me off. The alligator was great. I love the little shots that Jackson throws, knowing he's going to get in a little bit of trouble for it. But it's just the fact of the jury hearing it that's so powerful. Like people are like, "Oh yeah, it was objected," but people forget the jury still heard it. You know, like the jury knows the answer to the question. They're not stupid. I just can't, like I said, I just can't wait to be able to read all the transcripts of the sidebars after the trial's over. I can't wait for that because they've been talking a lot of shit up there. For real, I want to listen. Even if I get a speeding ticket, I want to hire him just to watch him go off. When the fuck was your radar gun last chronolized? But it wasn't this day, was it? Yeah, he's an animal. And the way he traps you backwards is scary. Because you're thinking like, where the fuck is he going with this? And then you're like, oh god. Like you realized last second. So imagine being like on a stand in front of people with 12 people staring at you or 16 people staring at you, however many, with the alternates. Oof. No wonder why he was nervous. You look nervous. Just type it off. Yeah, I mean, he tripped up on a few things, but look who you have to compare him to, for Christ's sakes. Look at Lolly. Hey, Ruth. Yeah, thanks for stopping. Of course. Yeah, I'm just like I said. I'm just like, I like to go live and talk to you guys. Try to see what your guys' opinions are and bounce off of each other and see if we can maybe pin this all together. Because just like everybody was saying, something felt off about yesterday as well. I know it. Something just felt a little off. Like Higgins is hiding. He's protecting somebody else, not just himself. That's what I took from it. Is it the scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend. And one night he goes out crazier than usual. Dude, I love fucking Heath Ledger. I'm so mad that he's gone. Like him and Dark Knight Rises would have been amazing. Fuck Brian out. Yep. Fuck him too. Yeah, I mean, so that's what I mean. Did somebody jump in? Like, because if it popped off between him and Higgins, at what point did somebody else jump in? Like that's crazy. So they jumped him, you know? Oh, I didn't even know she died, Annie. Yeah, Colin. Something's up with Colin. Like I said, there's all a reason they kept saying 12, 10, 12, 15, 12, 10, 12, 15, 12, 10, 12, 15 about Colin. They all had the same. No, they didn't know nothing else but 12, 10, 12, 15. It's like that was the only thing they were told to say. Heath comes from. Oh shit. But all right, guys. Like I said, I didn't want to go live too long. I appreciate y'all coming by, chat with me, bullshit with me. I might go live again, maybe next week sometime. So I'm sure I'll see you guys around on the YouTube streets. Hit that like button if you haven't already on the way out. And yeah, my email's there on my channel if you want to send me anything or whatever. If I don't get back to you right away, don't crucify me. I'm trying. Yeah. Well, again, somebody took Chloe out of the house. There's a reason Chloe wasn't there when Jen barged in the room. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, when you put it all together, it screams one thing, and you all know what it screams. So I don't have to say it again. But I hope everybody has a great weekend. Yeah, and I'll see you guys on the streets, and probably see you. I'm always going ape shit, so just don't mind me when you see me. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for all the belated birthday wishes. Yeah, have a good one. See you.